Hey you. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So we're just here for the opening bell right now. I'm just gonna be live here for a couple of minutes here and go through kind of the open as we just got this CPI data just came out. For those of you that may be just joining us, my name is Michael Edward, co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group, and we are live here for the first couple of minutes of the open. I'm gonna go through kind of my watch list for people. As we got CPI numbers came out today, CPI numbers were right in line with expectations. 6.0 on the year-over-year number, 5.5 on the year-over-year number for core. The month-over-month numbers aligned with expectations for the headline, except for the core. Core month-over-month was actually slightly higher than the expectations. 0.4 was the expectation. They came in at 0.5, so slightly above expectations there. My focus today is going to be initially long up into the low 390s on the SPY, and then see if we can start to get back up to that 200, 100-day moving average. So that 200, 100-day moving average sits up around 393, and I'm trying to see if we can get up towards 393, and then I'm going to start looking for possible. Then I'll start looking for possible shorts if we can get up towards 393. Stocks that are on my watch list today, guys, I'm going to absolutely be laser focused on some of these regional banks: PACW, FRC, WAL, ZION. These stocks are a lot of them are already halted. So I was one on my watch list that I've drawn down. The levels that I have drawn and the numbers I've drawn down on my screen are actually PACW down on one of that long around 1250, FRC at 42, WAL at 30. But I don't know if we're going to get those prices. I mean, those are numbers that I had wrote on my watch list early this morning at around 7:30 Eastern. And those stocks have all started to climb higher since I initially wrote those numbers down. But I still do like those levels for the potential longs. You look at FRC back at yesterday's highs. You look at PACW back at the prior lows and the gap fill from Friday. And then WAL, I'm looking at $30. I really like that $30 level on WAL, back down around yesterday's highs, and it's also Friday's lows. So these are going to be extremely volatile stocks if you want to trade the regional bank action with what's been going on with the whole banking sector. If you want to trade that and don't want the crazy volatility and don't want the risk of the stocks halting on you, trade KRE. KRE is the ETF for the regional banks. Far lower volatility than something like an FRC, a WAL. So I would look for that if you do not like high volatility. Me personally, I love high volatility, so I'm looking at WAL. I'm looking at also MCB is another one. I like MCB down around like 29 to 30. So these are all stocks that I have on my list that are on the regional bank section or the regional bank sector for possible longs. That's MCB, PACW, FRC, WAL, ZION. And then also I'm looking at Charles Schwab. Charles Schwab gets back to 55. I think there could be a long there. And Coinbase. Coinbase, I'm thinking about maybe down around 62, 63. Looking for that one for potential longs. Bitcoin is absolutely on fire. Popped its head back up over, back over 26K early this morning after that CPI number did come out. Slight pullback off the open here back towards yesterday's highs. On the SPY, we'll see if those prior highs are able to hold. You had news out from Meta that they're cutting another 10,000 jobs. This comes after they've already let go of 13% of their workforce. They're cutting another 10,000 jobs, and that stock is giving you a little bit of a boost today, up 4.5%. That's a good people may be confused and they hear, oh, they're cutting jobs. How is that a good thing for the company and a good thing for the stock? Because they're reducing their costs. All right. So if they're expecting, revenue slowdowns, they are reducing their costs to maintain margins and to maintain, desired amounts of cash flow. So they already cut 13% of their workforce. They're cutting another 10,000 jobs so that they can cut costs as a company. And that is seeing the stock move to the upside. 190 now starting to trade here. 190. $190 now on Meta. So I don't trade right off the open. I usually wait a couple of minutes, let markets kind of settle in. But Meta, Coinbase, Schwab, the regional banks, those are kind of my top focal points for today. The stocks I will look for short if the SPY does get up towards that 393 level today. Stocks that I will look for the possible shorts will be Tesla at 185 and Airbnb around 120 and a half. All right, folks, let's see what we got. No. I'm trying to see where he's. Okay, so we just opened back up. Pack W now just opened up out of the halt. WAL also opened up out of the halt. I'm going to look for quick pullbacks on those names. We'll halt it again. So just like that, within seconds, we just halted again. So Pack W is now halted to the downside. WAL is now halted to the downside. And we are starting to get a little bit of a pullback here on FRC. The level that I'm looking at on FRC is yesterday's double top high. It's right around 42. WAL is at 30. Guys, when we're introducing you guys to some of the other mods, you're getting some of the other mods of TTG are hopping on here now. You see they're all starting to pull in. We got the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Glenny. Glenny, what's up? We've got Momin coming on. Momin, how are you? So we got Glenny, we got Momin. Who else we have? Jess. Jess, how are you? Good morning.
Yo.
How are we doing? Who else we got? Anybody else on here yet? No, not yet. Oh, we got Gio. Gio, you give me a thumbs up, Gio. You ready to? Yep. All right, now there's Gio. What do you guys? I mean, I just kind of talk through. You guys see anything, or if there's anything that you guys are looking for, you guys can go ahead and just pull them right out. We're looking to see if we can get up to the 393 level today on the SPY, and kind of. I think we can. You know, I think the fact that inflation came in line with expectations, and the expectations were significantly lower than they were the prior month when you had the hot CPI number. I think it's taken as a good thing with everything that's going on with the banking system. I think the stuff going on with the banking system is also disinflationary. So I think people look forward to the next couple of months and feel pretty good about the direction inflation's going. 8 consecutive months of a downtrend on inflation. It's still high. We got to get it lower, but I think that this is not it could have been a better read, right? If it came in under expectations, could have been better. But you know, certainly not a bad CPI number that a lot of people were worried about.
Yeah, Mike, can you get what hourly chart for Qs? Because I think we have a good move in Qs now.
Yeah, we're really starting to push right now on the Qs. Qs are making a nice little rally here. Hourly charts down on the bottom.
Like this 294.40 break. You see that 294.40 break. Now, like Qs have no major resistance to 297.50. I think this is going to be the move of the day. Like it's moving nicely, no major resistance to 97.60 in Qs.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, we're definitely strongest area of the market is definitely the Qs. You also have your ARC. ARC is up another 4%. ARC was up big yesterday. I mean, that's also being helped by some of the strength that you're seeing in some of these crypto names. Roblox is hot too. Like Jess, remember we were talking about that 42 level on Roblox for the last, like, I don't know what, 2 weeks. We've been talking about that 42 level, and now you get a nice clean gap above 42. You get a little pivot at 42.50, but it kind of certainly feels like Roblox wants to at least fill its gap to 43.5.
Yeah, I like this volume in here. I actually want to see if 42.50 can hold support now. That's your initial morning high VWAP and 23.6 fib. So I'm looking to see now this volume coming in if that level can hold on any pullback. Also, I have eyes on Uber. Uber pushing up here to new highs, increasing volume. Actually, on Uber, I want to see if we can get a pullback back down into 33, test it on low volume, and then push up into 33.75 resistance.
Yeah, I like that. That's a big gap up on Uber.
Also, I have eyes on ASAN. This is a really high volume push up into that next resistance level, up at 21.75. I want to see if I can get a pullback down into 21.50, hold support, and I'm looking at a possible long on ASAN.
ASAN has been a beast.
That is a nice volume surge there. I heard Geo's alarms going off as the SPY was pushing up there to its highs. The stocks I'm looking at short, guys, I'll give you the shorts. I like Airbnb short the closer you get to 120. And then also I'm looking at Tesla up here. Tesla up around like 183 to 185. And then mods, just if you can, just mute the chat room. For all my mods here, just mute the chat room. You're still trading to the downside. You're still trading to the downside of some of these regionals. WEL is still halted. FRC is still halted. I'll let these keep selling off down into their levels. You guys know I love the high volatility stuff. So these are some pretty big focal points that I'm looking at.
Hey, Mike, do you see Meta?
Yeah, that's a really strong push on Meta. This thing's a beast. This thing really is a beast. Trying to see if now I'd like now pullback longs. If I can try to get like some pullback longs down around 190, 189. I'd say 190 to 189 is a pretty good buy zone on Meta. That would give me a retest. That's going to give me a retest of the previous resistance from March 6th, 7th, and 9th. And then you also have your VWAP and your 23.6 fib lining up right in that area as well. So that could be a pretty good spot. That could be a pretty good spot to take longs. And then I'm just like a hawk. I'm watching I'm watching WAL down to 30, PAC W down to 12.5, and see if those support levels stick. Look at that, 192 on Meta now. Just a beast. So crypto is still hanging there. It's pretty strong.
Well, there was that pullback I was talking about on Roblox.
Oh, yeah, that was quick. I mean, that was quick.
It was so fast. I couldn't even get my order out.
Yeah, that was quick. Wow. Yeah. So which is just referring to is that quick little tail pullback right there. I mean, that is quick. All right.
So now on that Roblox, you would want to see that 42.75 hold. Now that we're clearly through that resistance level, you want to see 42.75 hold support. Your next resistance on Roblox is up around $44. Also, ASAN new high a day.
Wow, Roblox is just gone. 43.30 now, new highs on Roblox.
What I really like about this though, Mike, is there was so much resistance up in that level. I like now all this volume coming in now that we're through the level. We held right off the bell and we're pushing through these levels. This is a good sign. So, you know, on any pullback, look for 42.75 to hold support. You also have VWAP sitting there. So let's see if we can get a little more volume in this push and then pull back into that area. And I think you can really see more upside now that we're through 42.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on that. You know, you fill the gap at 43.50 and you get through 43.50 and then it's just like you just have that congestion up around 45. 45 to like 46 and a half. That's a huge level. That's a huge level. You draw a line across Roblox, right? You draw a line across like 46 and a quarter on the daily chart down here at the bottom right of my screen. And you guys just see just a massive level of resistance going from September, October, November, and then February. Just a huge level of resistance here. I think that's where we're headed. You know, I think Roblox has enough juice to get there. I love the volume that I'm seeing coming in on this. Like you said, like you take a look at these volume bars. All right, we're good. We're good to head back, guys. I think we're good to head back. Guys, good.
Okay,
Folks, we're gonna head over now. We're gonna shut this live down. We're gonna head on over to the main chat room. If you guys want to join True Trading Group in the chat room, join our 7-day trial. It's only $3. You get 7 full trading days. Go to ttgthree.com. Again, that is ttg3 spelt out.com. ttgthree.com. The rest of the mods and I, we're heading back into the True Trading Group chat room. It's going to be a crazy one hell of a day. We don't trade usually the first couple of minutes of the day. Let the market settle in, let yourself get some direction, and then hop on the trend for the day or entering some swing trades as many of our mods do. So we're going to head on over back into the main chat room. I'll see you guys all later. Good luck the rest of your